What's good, trappers? It's your boy, the Wall Street Trapper, and y'all know my goal is to help the culture build wealth one share at a time. So another thing I want to talk about right now is just how the stock market gives you not only a chance to have equity in some of the most successful businesses in the world, but also it gives you an inside look at how you can run a successful business. Think about it. If you're listening to earning reports, if you're looking at annual reports, what you're doing is listening to some of the most successful CEOs, entrepreneurs, financial advisors, accountants. You're listening to some of the most brilliant people in the world tell you not only how they're moving million, billion, and trillion-dollar businesses forward, but how they're going to execute on marketing, branding, how they're going to use free cash flow to acquire other businesses. These are the things that we need to learn as entrepreneurs. Listen, when you go to college, you're listening to a business teacher who probably hasn't owned a business tell you how to run a business. Now, I'm against that, but when you're looking at the stock market, or when you're investing in the stock market, you have free access to major companies, major corporations. They're literally getting on a call telling you, this is why the business went wrong, this is what we're going to do to move the business forward. This is important to us as entrepreneurs. This is important for us to build wealth, because the number one way for you to build wealth is owning a business. The second best way for you to build wealth is by having ownership in a business that's not yours. Like, how can we not be a part of this movement? And I feel like this is one of the reasons why they don't put the stock market in our face, or they don't teach us how to invest in the stock market. It's because if you sit down and really pay attention to it, you're really getting gems. Just looking at the S&P 500, these are 500 of the largest companies in the United States. Like, the largest companies. Why wouldn't you want to listen to an earnings call so you can listen to how people who run in the largest companies in the world are running a business? Like, this me looking at things from another level. Because coming from the streets, like, you just learn how to run the business from looking at people around you, from seeing other D-boys doing things, right? You never really go to school to learn how to run a business. The thing about the stock market is it gives you access to that, and that's what I love about it. And we are always taught to play defense in life, right? So we're taught to, if something go wrong in life, well, at least I got the money saved where something go wrong, I can take care of that. Instead of us having a mindset of, if something go wrong in the stock market or something go wrong in the economy, I got the money in my account to buy more stocks at a discount, or I got money to buy more real estate at a discount. If Walmart or Amazon had a sale, everybody would jump on that sale. But the minute the stock market has a sale, or the minute real estate has a sale, people want to say, oh, I'm gonna wait till things get back right. That don't make no sense at all. Why? Because we've been trained to play defense instead of offense. So that's another reason why I just love the stock market. Because it just shows me how these successful people are running these businesses. And as me, as a business owner of From the Trap to Wall Street, why not learn from the best? Why not learn from Charlie Munger? Why not learn from Jeff Bezos? Why not learn from Warren Buffett? Why not learn from Kevin O'Leary? Why not learn from these type of people who are massively successful, who have attained more money than anybody can imagine in a small amount of time, except for Warren Buffett? You know, he's just been had money forever, right? But we can learn from these people. This is why research and reading is so important. You think I'm listening to annual reports just to listen to it for no reason? The reason why we listen to annual reports, the reason why we listen to shareholder reports, the reason why we listen to earnings calls is so we can get an inside look at how these people are putting these businesses together, right? And then we can get a better understanding of not only the business, but when you look at it from another component, you're looking at it like, damn, this how they running the business. This what they doing with their free cash. So free cash flow, we know that's the money after the business has paid off all of its bills, all of its debt, all of its buying interest payments. This is the money that the business has left over. Free cash flow to equity. What are they doing with this business? They can sit this money on the side to acquire new businesses. They can use this business to pay back shareholders. So as an entrepreneur, you can really look at it like, okay, You know, after I pay for my marketing and branding, after I pay for you know, my bills and my houses. I mean, what am I gonna do with this free cash flow? Am I gonna invest it back into the business, or can I just put it up to buy more asset with the business? Another way that we can learn a lot from these successful businesses is by reading businesses that failed, right? And so that's another great thing about the stock market. When you look at businesses that have failed in the stock market, businesses that have gotten wiped out like Toys R Us, businesses like Sears, right? We can look at businesses like this and say, okay, this is what this business did wrong. You feel what I'm saying? And once we realize what these major businesses have done wrong, we can double back and look at ourselves and say, okay, if I'm running a business, this is what I don't want to do on a smaller scale. So just look at the stock market as a great tool for not only to build wealth, but a great tool for you to learn how to build your business. Look, I'm the Wall Street Trapper. Y'all know my goal to help the culture build wealth one share at a time. If you ain't checking me out, check me out on Instagram at wall_street_trapper.